Today's Captain's Vlog was made possible by a grant from Madman Mark Markoff.
Hi there guys, welcome to today's Captain's Vlog. It's 12:23 hours on Saturday, January 2nd, 2015. And what are you doing?
I am working on an art project.
Yeah?
Are you familiar with shadow art?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ta-da!
You're doing a shadow art setup of a dinosaur?
Yes.
Okay.
We're going to hang it up outside of master control.
In the staff.
Okay. Cool. I'm interested.
This is just proof of concept right now. I want to make something small that show I can actually do it before we start getting the scaffolding and stuff out.
Okay. I'm interested. That's kind of cool. For the new viewers, tell people who you are and what you do.
I am Steven, and I do graphic design and art and whatever whatever weird thing that no one else can do.
Okay. Cool. You're part of Miss Moose's Legion of Stevens.
Yes.
Okay. So she's got like 20 in the set.
It's a requirement to work in the art department and be a male that you be named Steven.
Oh, okay.
I actually changed my name to come work here.
He was Lavone originally.
It's true.
So, what are you working on?
It's a new grant cycle.
Yeah?
New year.
So you're submitting grants.
Well, getting ready to.
These are the ones that are getting ready to go out?
Yeah, she's submitted 2 already this morning, and I'm picking apart ones that need to get mailed.
Okay, cool. What was the second one you did?
I want to tell them.
Oh yeah, I'm not allowed to say it online.
Can't do that.
Die. What are you working on? Oh, fun. Okay.
So
Always.
our viewers should know that we will be sending out the 2015 donation receipts next week.
Okay.
We waited till the end of the year because a lot of you snuck in at the last possible moment.
Okay. What are you working on?
Greeting people.
Minding the door?
Yep.
Okay. And this is today's tour group so far, though there's still 5 minutes till the tour starts, which means people will still be arriving for the next 20 minutes because that's how these things go. So I got something I gotta show you guys. This is cool. Looks like a Tarantino movie back here right now. In the VSL, in Bay 1, on the hoist, there exists, at this moment, a Pinto. And not just a Pinto, but that Pinto. On the hoist right now. This is a member's car. That is cool as hell.
It's something made close to your era.
Huh?
You're more vintage
That's
than
before
that,
my
but hey.
time. It's a 77. Really? That's a 77? Yep. I'm older than that car. Oh my god. I don't remember the 70s, so I've got that going for me. Hi, kids.
Why, hello.
Oh, Bruce is doing dime bags of bolts. That's a little hard for me, but you know, if that's your thing.
Grind that up a little bit.
What's up, sir?
We're just getting ready for Tour Mojo. We're doing that new tour format or whatever.
Okay.
All sorts of exciting.
Hey. Where are we going to stick that?
I don't know yet. It does blink.
It just blinks on its own? Okay.
Power and I'm sure we could probably.
I
just
want some
make it
traffic
turn on.
lights so bad, but they're always so expensive.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, we need to put that over the stairwell.
Are we talking about for his piece thing?
Well, no, not for the art piece, just as a...
Oh, and yeah, so we just.
Hazard flasher, you
light,
also.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I was just thinking it'd be a cool light to put somewhere for recording in progress.
I want to put a bat vinyl on it and hang it in the corner so that someone wants.
No.
It's my light. I can do whatever I want with it.
You can't do that because it would necessitate the installation of switches everywhere for a bat signal.
I know, which has been a joke, a running joke forever, but no, I'm not actually. I want to put a bat vinyl on it and hang it in my house eventually.
Okay, well,
But I
take
have
the
a
damn
house.
thing home then.
I don't have a home to put it in.
Chris? Yes?
Did the 4-inch square holes in the last plywood thing work fine?
Yeah, they work
Wires?
great. Yeah.
Okay, you want
That was
one of the next
terrific.
one as well?
That would be lovely.
Hell.
You're getting set up for cutting circly hole?
Yeah, actually, I'll show you a tool we haven't used in a long time.
Ooh. Ooh, hang on a second. They're about to do something.
Back it out. Let's press it from the other way.
Behind you.
Right behind you. Northwestern. Well, let's see if we can get it out the other way.
It's a mighty big caliper you've got there, young man.
Yeah, it doesn't get used to often. It's not particularly accurate, but it'll get us close enough.
Okay.
Did I lock it down? I did. There we go. So, just kind of... Nah.
You know what these need? A max hold.
What do you mean?
Like when you're doing a circle like this, you're
Oh,
like,
yeah,
how about-
yeah.
they need a max hold. Just boop. Oh, well, okay, you got out to 6 3/4.
So, if I kind of do that... it's
Isn't that what the
about-
little
Yeah.
does?
It holds it at there. But anyway, I came up with about 6.875. So
Okay.
that's what we'll...
Because we
6.8,
just
and I'll do a
want to drill a hole.
6.875.
This will drop through
Drop through
and sit
be pretty
here.
close.
Yeah, we want to. Well, you've got that little
Yeah, I know.
thing.
I measured to the edge of that.
Okay, because we want to sit flush on this and then screw this to the bottom, and this will hold it in place, and then we've got our secondary mount. Ta-da!
Yeah. But this is sometimes useful because 6-inch calipers are 6 inches. and
They really mean that. It's not like 6 inches. We'll give you a little extra.
but then you get like 8-inch or 12-inch calipers. They still have the same length on the fingers, so you can't get around.
Oh,
something
okay,
this
yeah,
big.
yeah.
So you can use something like this.
That's kind of nifty. All right.
728. Close enough, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, this doesn't have to be exact. I mean, it's because it's gonna rattle around in there. Maybe I don't know. Try cutting it this first and see how that sits, because that might not be a problem at all. We might be able to go this for the idea of the hole and be totally cool and ignore that, because we're going into plywood and it's going to be a compression fit anyway.
Well, then I'll cut it at 6 3/4.
Is that what the OD is on the
Pretty
threads?
close.
Okay. Because I think if we cut it out to here, this is going to have so much slop.
Here.
6.55.
625 then.
Why 625?
A little bit of clearance. You need a little bit of clearance.
Well, that's 655.
This is not the most accurate thing in the world.
Well, no, but like 6.5.
Alright. I can always recut it. 655 it is.
Well, I do. If it's 655 here.
Only 30 thousandths of clearance on any given direction.
Why are your numbers? Why would you go low?
6.625 is higher than 6.5.
Oh, 625. Okay,
Right.
you were saying 25. I'm like,
Oh, not
that doesn't.
6.25.
Okay, this goes inside the hole,
6.625.
and I'm confused. Okay, I'm with you now. 625. Yes, do that.
Okay.
I already had my stupid moment for the week yesterday, so I'm all caught up there.
Hello, sir.
Hi, what you making?
Helping drive out the U-joint in the Pinto slip yoke.
Yeah, I'll do thumper before. We're going to need 2 carabiners and a purple shoulder length swing. What part did I get? You understand? You know what a carabiner is?
There's one right there, can't you?
Where?
This is a carabiner.
In the back of the tool room.
3 carabiners and a purple shoulder length sling. Thank you.
So come all the way in. We have a fairly decent crowd, so we need to make sure everybody has space to see stuff.
Okay.
So at this point, I am handing you off to Chris. I'm sure that he will keep you all safe and sound after exploding things.
Hi guys! This is my new danger box I just made. This had a life in somebody's office for the past 20 years doing boring office stuff. But now has a fresh coat of red paint and striker danger pig, and it's going to hold that 13,000 volt power supply by the end of the day. So, my name is Chris Boden. I am the head of high voltage, high energy physics here at the Geek Group, and it is my good. Don't put those on. No, not yet. There will be time for that, but not yet. I promise to give you all plenty of warning before I make any loud, terrifying sounds. However, I do have to ask a rather odd question. Do any of you have any kind of biomechanical devices inside your body? This includes hearing aids, or a pacemaker, or a defibrillator, or an insulin pump. Anything that runs on batteries that you need to be alive. Anybody? Okay. It doesn't happen very often. Once in a while, we like to make sure. What we're going to do today is do a couple of quick little demonstrations with some high voltage and high energy fun. So, I'll show you the newest thing first. We just started on this. I need Bruce, you're on lights. So I'm going to grab a little toy variac. There it is. Everything's all jumbled around because we just spent the past week thrashing in here, building some awesome stuff. And we do the work and then we clean. So. Okay, so what I've got is, this is a regular plug, like at your house, nothing special. I'm plugging it down here. And this is basically a big light dimmer. Okay? And what we're going to do is turn 120 volts at the wall. Up this wire needs to be here, which will take it up to about 12,000 volts. And through a tank circuit, it will take it up to about 20,000 volts. And then out the top, which will take it out, parts this long, about 100,000 volts, not very much. Alright, I'm going to turn off the bright light back here for a moment, because we don't need the big power supply yet. Love that so much. Alright, lights. We'll make it a little darker in here. Now, you're going to want to watch around the rim of this. That's where it's going to happen. But we're going to make some little tiny sparks. Here we go. Is the red one plugged in? Oh, no, we're good. We need to reset. There we go. So that is the tiniest little Tesla coil you will ever see in this room. Now, what you just saw there was taking 120 volts in and getting about 100,000 volts out. Over the course of this year, we'll be building some significantly larger Tesla coils. This is referred to as a 4-inch coil, because it's 4 inches here. The next one, which we'll be starting construction on today, is a 6-inch coil, which will be based on this. This is a 6-inch diameter coil form. By the way, to give you an idea just how high-tech and difficult this type of science is, this 6-inch radio frequency resonant power system coil form is really nothing more than a piece of sewer pipe that you can buy at Home Depot. That's all it is. It's just plain old white PVC sewer pipe wrapped with some magnet wire and a whole lot of polyurethane. This one, a 6-inch coil, can make sparks of 6-8 feet long without any problems. And All right. Who here is a very trustworthy person? You? Okay, we're all going to trust you. Okay, what is that? Just shredded bits of aluminum, right? Yep. Okay, there's no secret explosives or anything, just aluminum mesh. Yep. Okay. This actually used to be a filter in the paint booth of an automotive paint shop. So I'm going to put it right here. Now this piece of aluminum is where you want to watch. This is where all the magic happens. Now, how many of you, raise your hands, remember watching David Copperfield make the Statue of Liberty disappear? Wow, you're old. Okay, you all just dated yourself, because that was like 1988 when that happened. We're going to do a similar thing here in a much more impressive scale. Hi. How are you? I'm Chris.
I'm Rosanna.
Cool. You've just been voluntold.
Okay.
Okay. This is the big red bucket of science. Okay? You will have one shot. Now, remember I told you I'd give you a warning before there was a loud noise? The warning that you will get will be this sound 3 times in a row. Until you hear that sound 3 times in a row, don't worry about plugging your ears. Okay? What we're going to do is we're going to charge this up with a lot of energy. And in a few minutes, you'll hear 3 times. Then I'm going to touch you on the shoulder so that you know I'm talking to you. This is not a moment in your life you want any of you to hear it. And then I'll say clear to fire. Okay? Until I say clear to fire, you don't do anything. After I say clear to fire, your entire job is to step on that and hold it down until something happens. I promise you'll know when it happens.
Well, I'm sure for everybody.
Now, unless you are operating a camera or something like that, you don't need earplugs because you have them, they're on the end of your hand. You take your fingers and put them in your ear, okay? Don't do this. Put your fingers in your ear. It will not be loud enough to hurt you. It will be loud enough to scare the hell out of you if you're not expecting it. You're all going to be expecting it. Those of you who want the full experience of this, you want to be down on this end because the closer you are, the more intense it gets. That's how the inverse square law works. But we call this Project Thumper, and anybody who's standing over here will understand why. So, we're on arm, charge. Now, picture electricity like watering a pipe. Volts is how we measure the pressure, okay? Amps is how big around your pipe is. Volts times amps gives us watts. Watts is how fast you can turn the water wheel, okay? A regular AA battery is 1.5 volts of pressure at about 1 amp, so you get about 1.5 watts out of a AA battery. A car battery is 12 volts. A regular socket in your house, a plug in the wall of your house is 120 volts at about 15 amps. So, volts times amps gives us 1,800 watts. This is how you know that the guy on Craigslist trying to sell you the home theater system at 5,000 watts is lying to you, because there's only 1,800 watts in the wall. Your entire house runs on 240 volts at about 100 amps. Sometimes less if you have a little less on your house. Some of them are down to 60 amps even. This entire building runs on 480 volts at about 1,200 amps. And when you press that button in a moment, you will put 1,800 volts at 80,000 amps through that piece of aluminum mesh. That's 144 million watts, which in terms that make sense to normal people who aren't weirdo engineers, there will be more energy going through that piece of aluminum than every single building in the entire Grand Rapids area is using at that moment all put together. You ready? This will be loud as hell. Now is when you should plug your ears, if you want to. Or you can be like hardcore, like the Holmes here, who's going to be going around the rest of the evening. I feel funny. I don't know.
My ears are ringing.
Okay, you ready? smell composed mainly of aluminum oxide and nitrogen oxides floating up there. Right after it went off, you probably saw the big plume of smoke go up. That's the aluminum. It's up there giving us all Alzheimer's in 50 years. So that is where it went. What we did was just blow a really big fuse. So that's the fundamentals of high voltage. And now we get to do anarchy. Everybody follow me. Yeah, that. Huh? Well, it was. It's at the end of it, but come on in, hang out and see. So, the first thing a lot of people are going to ask me is, what is the geek group, what do we do here, all that jazz. I have found a way to answer everything you need to know about the geek group as far as our fundamental philosophy in 2 simple questions, okay? How many of you that don't work here know what this is? It is a thing. Nobody knows what this is. Okay, I got lots of ideas. Most of them suck. If you can tell me what this is, I'll give you $1 right now. You get 2 guesses. The symbols go together and make noise. You are wrong. Nope, but you're on the right track. So, here's how it works. This is a really cool thing. It's very difficult to talk in generalities about human beings because they come in a wide variety of fruit flavors. But none of you know what this is. But you want to, don't you? That's how it works. This, by the way, you've all seen a million of them. In fact, you probably have one on the side of your house. This, that little gray box on the side of your house that the gas company comes and looks at every month, that's a gas meter. It is actually a compressed air engine with a rhombic drive, which is just awesome. They're really, really cool inside. The gas company gets frightfully unhappy with you if you open one up. They get really mad if you open one up and put video of it on the internet, teaching people how they work. It's my job, man. All right, so at this moment, we get to create cultural anarchy, and it is awesome. This is one of the favorite parts of my week. Every week, we open our doors to the public, and anybody who wants to can come in here. I have no idea who any of you are, except that guy, he scares me. So I have no control over who any of you are. Right now, sitting in this room, we could have engineers, we could have millionaire philanthropists, we could have meth heads, I don't know, we could have anybody. Okay, we even let her in. She's going to cause me problems, and I can see it coming. On top of that, at this moment, we are live on television to anyone on Earth who wants to tune in. We're broadcasting over the internet, over IPTV, and what's your name?
Rosanna.
Everybody say hi to Rosanna. IRC, say hi to Rosanna, and give me a little bit of a roll call, please. Not only can they see us, they can hear us. There's a microphone up there, which you need to move, by the way. They hear a lot of noise on that thing. I was getting complaints. And there's a microphone over there, the little yellow wire up there. And we're on that camera back there. You'll notice as you walk through the building today that there were lots and lots of cameras. There's camera, they're everywhere. There's 180 cameras in this building. And the world watches for reasons beyond all logic and understanding. And we don't edit it. We can't. The moment I say it, it's broadcast. It takes about 20 seconds between when I say something and they hear it, depending on their buffer. And you're all familiar with buffers on YouTube and stuff. So, which is why behind me, you can see they said, hi, Rosanna. And we're going to get a roll call of some people in California, South Wales, Wisconsin, New York. They're all over the world.
I'm quite amazed because they all actually spell my name right, and I've never, ever been anywhere, ever.
Because look at the ages. Okay. We've got 40, 49. These people all remember Toto, so they know how to spell it.
And that's the only person that's the same as mine. Everybody else is in a little different.
Okay. On top of all that, this entire session is recorded every week by that lovely woman back there holding the camera, and it goes out on YouTube, so you can all watch this tomorrow. Now, here's where the really cool thing happens. I'm not just the physics guy here, I'm actually the founder and president of the Geek Group. This is my job, and I've been doing it since I was 18. And you guys get to ask absolutely any questions you want about the Geek Group, how we do stuff, whatever. And I have to answer them without any possible way to prepare. I don't have any notes. I don't have a net. I'm doing this on live TV. And the reason we do this is it is a core fundamental belief of the geek group and myself that critical thinking works, that logic, reason, and common sense work. Because someday you're going to vote. And if I can get you at your age to realize that you can ask questions and demand evidence, then maybe you'll be able to vote for better people instead of the things we get to choose for today. This is how I get to change the world a little bit every week for about 15, 20 minutes or so. So, what do you want to know? There are no rules to this. I've actually gotten boxes of briefs. You can ask anything you want about the geek group or how we do things or what we do or why or anything there is to know.
My daughter wanted to know what that machine is over there.
Which one? Oh, the fuser. The fuser is, how many people know who Philo T. Farnsworth is? Shut up, Enos. Philo T. Farnsworth invented a little thing that some of you might be familiar with. It's called television. He also invented a fusion reactor. That's it. That is a tabletop nuclear reactor. It's a star in a jar. That's a little demo fuser. It doesn't do fast neutron emission, but it does all of the processes. And it actually does make a little star in a jar. So if you come here after dark, it's really, really cool. So it's a fun toy.
Can we charge it?
We open at about 10?
10.
10? We open at 10 currently. For Pro Game members, we open at 10. We close at like 6:37. For non-Pro Game members, it's pretty much 24/7. Like, if you're serious, we give you a key. Like that Sam guy around the corner. Yeah, on a weekend, he practically lives here. Go.
How do you do that?
How do you do what?
How do you get to be one of those people?
Not a Pro Game member? Show up. Pro Game members are people who just started out. And basically, we have to make sure that you're not an idiot. You know, the fundamental stuff of like, if you use the power drill and go through your hand, it's going to suck. Really hard, complicated things like that. But we have to make sure you're not an idiot. We have to make sure you're not going to be really stupid and try and steal something in front of 180 cameras. It happens from time to time, and it's really fun when it does. But once we know that you're cool, then yeah, don't worry about it. And we have people that come here and stay all day. Like, there's munchies up front, we're putting a cafe in, there's even showers if you like get gungy and grody and you need to clean off, because the building used to be a YMCA, so we kept one of the sets of showers and locker rooms. The other one turned into the wood shop. Next.
Have anyone built any kind of vehicle here?
In the parking lot, on your way out, way in the back corner of the parking lot is a little red pickup truck. It's a Chevy S10, okay? It's easy for you because you're short. Climb under the front of the truck and look up. And it'll look very different from any truck you've ever seen because there's no motor there, or radiator, or fuel pump, or any of that. There's an electric motor there. The entire truck is entirely on electricity. But what makes it cool is it was made by a 15-year-old boy. Yeah. Age doesn't matter here. The letters that you have after your name don't matter here. I've been building there 30, goddamn it! Doesn't matter here. You've probably been doing it wrong for 30 years. What matters here is, what do you want to do? It doesn't matter if you're black or white or straight or gay or fat or skinny. We don't care. It doesn't matter. What matters here is what can you do? And in these walls, you are free to design, build, and create anything you can imagine without hesitation and without reservation. Next question. Go ahead.
Would you possibly build an airplane with the capabilities of taking vertical takeoff?
An airplane with vertical takeoff? Yes, but that's a VTOL, and there's a really smart guy that you want to talk to if you want to try doing that, and it's that guy over there, he knows. He actually, when he was not much older than you, and he's still alive, I'd like to point out, got together with his weirdo friends and built an actual airplane that he flew in. And he still has both of his legs. Having spent a considerable amount of time dealing with the aircraft that he builds, we build a lot of model airplane. I am particularly amazed at this. He does things with hot glue that nature never intended. But he knows a lot about making airplanes. So if you want to learn about building aircraft, he's a good guy to talk to. So is Sam around the corner. And I fly a little bit of stuff. The RC Aeronautics Lab downstairs was started when I took my collection of RC aircraft and just said, here, let's share my toys. That's how things happen. Next question. Oh, is that it? Go. No, God no. Go.
How many members do you have?
We have somewhere north of 35,000 members. I'm not 100% certain on that, but it's about 35,000 members in a little over 150 countries worldwide right now. We have 2 years ago, today, in fact, 2 years ago yesterday, we opened our doors to the public for our headquarters. Before that, we were strictly members only. 2 years ago today, or 2 years ago yesterday. 2 years ago today, I screwed up and set the high voltage lab on fire, doing things that you saw me do. We immediately closed to the public, shut the building down for about 6 months while we cleaned. That was fun. And I lost 15 years of work in 20 minutes, and I had a bad day. It was the day before yesterday when we fired our first Tesla coil since then. It took that long to clean it up and rebuild the lab and all that. So it's a very exciting time to be hanging out. Go. What? Oh, this is, wherever there's a blue hexagon, we have members.
26,770.
Oh, we're at 26,000 members. Okay, so we have a lot. And I lied, it's 142 countries, but I think that's wrong.
I think it's a little higher now.
I think it is a little higher now because it's a little update. Next question. Go.
Do you have anything special to clean up after an explosion? Like hazardous anything?
It sucked. Have you ever played with toner? Yeah, it's like that. The important takeaway lesson that I spent $60,000 and 15 years of my life learning, lawyers and insurance companies have made fortunes in the difference between fire resistant and fire retardant. Totally different things. That's what I learned. And if you do manage to light a fire resistant door on fire, it'll burn like hell. And it creates a greasy, fine soot that is just like toner. It's a carbon black powder, and it coats everything. And if you get it wet, you just piss it off. Because the first thing you do, you got soot over, so you just grab, simple green, Windex, whatever, people, no, it just smears it. So it sucked. And there are still places in this building 2 years later that without needing more than 10 seconds, you can find soot. Like the wall up there. We just took a bunch of ducting out, and the wall, right over the knot, there, the white area, you'll see it's like it got a dark tinge to it. That's soot. That just never got cleaned because there was a duct in it. Go.
Can you teach us how, could somebody be the person to clean that up?
If you make the mess, you can clean it up.
Just clean up other people's messes?
If you want to come into this building and learn the ins and outs of cleaning, you want to talk to Mr. Minkus, who will be your new best friend. Because it's his job to clean up after a million other people. Yeah, if you want to get really good at cleaning up weird messes.
I want to get good at cleaning weird messes.
We're very good at that. We even have chemicals in this building that eat epoxy floors. The floor you're standing on is made of epoxy. I have blasted this epoxy with 20-foot lightning bolts. No problem. I have some chemicals in the other room that if you put a drop on there, it melts it right off.
I want to be that guy.
Okay, you want to talk to Minkus. Go!
Did you videotape the explosion?
The fire?
The fire, yeah.
There is video of it happening, yes. We put out the little camera she has there goes out. We have two different classes of videos. We have the official production videos, which we shoot on like $10,000 cameras, and it's a thing. They go out to 12 million people, and it's a big deal. You'll find those on YouTube under the Geek Crew. If you go on YouTube and look up Chris Boden, on top of all the hate videos that people throw at me, because I make a lot of people very unhappy. We shoot videos of that, and there's about 1,700 episodes of that. We shoot one almost every day. And if you go to January 2nd, 2013? 2013, that day is the fire. It's easy to find. And they'll probably be posting links to it up here in a second. Next question. Anybody else? Go.
What are your current accommodations for the disabled, and do you have plans to make the building be disabled friendly?
The building was built in 1952, which predates Nixon's ADA, and I'm kind of pissed about that. And because the building's a YMCA, it's built like a bunker. We have long-term plans to go for a radically higher level of ADA compliance because I'm kind of nuts for those kind of things. And we have a handicap ramp installed, so you can get anywhere in the building for the most part. The basement's really hard, but there's a lot in the basement. So until we can solve that problem, and we're actively working on it, but to put in a handicap elevator is a 6-digit problem. And okay, there's a lot of places that are like, well, what clever way can we use to get around those laws? I'm weird in that I believe the National Electrical Code is a floor, not a ceiling. And the ADA is a floor, not a ceiling. This is the minimum we should do. Okay, what's the best we can do? And that's just how, because I'm a nerd, I'm an engineer, that's how I see the world. There is, right around the stairs here, a big open area and a big air duct behind it. Then it's useless space, it's just a big air duct built into the wall. I want to put an elevator there, because if I put an elevator there, I can go all the way from the basement to the roof. But it's going to cost me north of 100 grand, probably closer to $200,000. Okay, there's people in that room that this week will output 1,000 grant proposals and a non-trivial number for infrastructure, things like that. So it's coming. In the meantime, and because you don't build a reputation on what you're going to do. Until that happens, if you're a member, you come in this building, if there's any tool you need access to, if there's any room you need access to, if I can't get you to it, I will bring it to you, and I don't care if it takes 15 people and a forklift. There is nothing in this building you can't do. And if any of my staff ever gives you any flack about that, you bring them to me. Cool?
I have another question
Go.
related to that. Is any of your members or staff interpreting ASL or working autistic people?
Well, you're working with an autistic person right now, but we have the full spectrum of autism represented among our members.
I figured
This is the Geek Group. We're a social organization of antisocial people. And we're nerds, okay? But ASL, if you wanted to teach the class here, I would love you to be teaching ASL. Several members of the staff are apparently fluent in ASL. I suck at it. I can butcher my way through the alphabet. But I grew up with foster kids, and when I was about 8, we had a deaf foster kid who I lived ASL for about 3 years, but I haven't used it since I was 10. So that's where I'm at with it. But several staff here, and Moose, the 6-foot blonde, the executive director, her sister actually teaches ASL for a living, and she's a professional interpreter, but she's in Vegas, so not much help. But if you want to organize an ASL class, I will make it mandatory that my staff attends it. There you go. Next question. Go.
What does it take to become a member of your staff?
A member of the staff, show up, work your ass off, bleed a little bit.
Okay.
How old are you? You're cool. You can't do it under 18. We have 5 insurance companies that tell me you can't be under 18 and work here. Something about high voltage and killing children. Yeah, but if you want to volunteer and be a member of staff, show up, sign up, start being here. I mean, start with Batman. And it doesn't matter what you want to do. Like, she wants to learn how to clean things, which just makes her an instant hero to me. Next! That it? Alright, I have homework for all of you. It takes like 2 minutes. On the table in front of you is a sheet of paper and pens. This is where I get to ask you questions. You get to tell us the many ways in which we suck. It doesn't matter how old you are, everybody can fill one out. I had one done by a 6-year-old last week and all they said was hi. Hi. But I read it, damn it, I read it! What?
Rocks.
We've been in this building for 5 years. We've been doing this for 20 years. Yeah, we started this in 1992. When I said I started still my when I was 18, yeah.
No, since I've seen this Geek Group and for
About 5 years,
years
2010.
here, I mean, as far as looking into it.
Oh, yeah.
But, and I've always been very interested.
You should read the stuff.
Oh, yeah, no, well,
There's stuff to read on the table.
I've never had a chance to
Well, hang out. There's more to see. Chris Boden, can I help you? Hello? Dinosaur head test.
As far as I know, I didn't. Does it need to be?
That's pretty cool. It's getting there.
It's getting there.
The whole internet thinks you're neat now.
It's not bad for being told about it this morning.
Yeah, that's pretty
One
cool.
example.
Good job. Keep rocking it. Batman's back.
There's a dinosaur.
I see that. That's pretty cool.
Batman has all kinds of things. Now Melissa and I are going to leave and go get more things.
Okay. Sort it out. I'll see when you get back. That'll be enough, but I gotta get on this. Can you back up a little bit? Okay. I don't want to scratch my paint. Don't move, don't move. I don't want to scratch your paint. Oh, man. Man. Sorry.
That's right, we can touch it up.
All right, come on down easy.
Okay, it's easy with this crate.
I hate this hoist.
That's pretty useful though in here at least.
Okay, hang on. I gotta, hang on.
It's damn a little wonky, all right?
I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna locate it. Will it fit sideways? Ish? Ish? Close enough. Alright, so I'm gonna put it, that's gonna be the front. This is gonna be the back. So, let's put it right there. Okay, that's beautiful. And to my climber buddies, thank you, those gamers are handy as hell. All new Danger box with some scratch paint. So on this side, we'll have switches and plugs and stuff. On top, we'll have Variax. On the front, we'll have a couple high voltage connections. This is 13,300, so we want the high voltage connections to have a nominal working voltage of 15,000 volts. But we just need two, and we'll just come right up into those, out. And we'll put current limiting here and go from there. Mm-hmm. Cool. That's a start.
I like that.
It's pretty.
The tape brings it all together.
Yeah, the tape, the Danger tape is really what sells it. Because you know it's red with Danger tape. Mm-hmm. And that's just... I'll put this on my Etsy. Sell it for $200,000. Go with the nominal pricing system for Etsy. So, yeah. Cool.
Just for a box, that's all right.
Now... Next step is this. Did you take all the clips out?
There were no clips, it was 3 volt.
Oh, okay. Well, now we'll bolt that back together, and we're well on our way to Danger box.
Danger zone.
It's pretty sexy. I like it.
Have a vinyl decal that says danger zone.
So now I'm going to put some rack panels here that'll have all the input plugs and circuit breakers and metering. We'll put metering here and make it all nice and pretty. Yeah. I like it. I like it all the time. All right, so you and Bruce are going to go get on your project. Mm-hmm. Cool. We'll be back. Sticks up over there.
A little bit.
that cheap?
No?
Well, shit. Thank you.
I want to believe. Damn it. Well, fine.
Turn it 90 degrees. No, no, no.
There we go.
No, you're down. Just turn the camera 90 degrees. There you go.
Sure. Sure.
You want to point it this way?
You're on the bottom third. There you go.
That's not ghetto at all.
We can show off our Rolex.
Alright, you ready?
Keep talking.
Standard stick figure guy sitting at a desktop computer and using the mouse to surf. Rewind back through a timeline featuring key points of the computer's development, complete with portraits of key players and developing it as we know it today. Cut to a computer screen featuring something like Wikipedia or a chat room. You ready?
Rolling.
How many people did it take to make your computer? Did you ever think of just how many ideas it took over centuries of diligent work to make a box with a screen that lets you communicate across the world in seconds? And what could you do with that machine in front of you? How could you change it to make it better? How could you use it to create other things? The Geek Group strives every day to empower people who want to answer these questions. To continue this work, we're holding a community fundraiser and open house on the shoulders of giants, celebrating the people who built our world and ideas that became reality. The event includes a raffle, silent auction, and, if you buy a ticket, dinner provided by Two Scott's Barbecue. Can't be here in person? You can also participate online. All funds raised will go directly towards programming, so that we can inspire more people to make and innovate, including those whose only roadblock is affording the opportunity. So please come join us and help us work towards building up the next generation of thinkers and doers.
Please do,
I'm going to do the whole thing again. I wasn't happy with that.
well, in the same inflection, please do, how could you use it to create other things and to continue this work onward paragraph.
How many people did it take to make your computer? Did you ever think of just how many ideas it took over centuries of diligent work to make a box with a screen that lets you communicate across the world in seconds? And what could you do with that machine in front of you? How could you change it to make it better? How could you use it to create other things? The Geek Group strives every day to empower people who want to answer these questions. To continue this work, we're holding a community fundraiser and open house on the shoulders of giants, celebrating the people who built our world and the ideas that became reality. The event includes a raffle, silent auction, and, if you buy a ticket, dinner, provided by Two Scott's Barbecue. If you can't be here in person, you can also participate online. All funds raised will go directly towards programming, so that we can inspire more people to make and innovate, including those whose only roadblock is affording the opportunity. So please come join us and help us work towards building the next generation of thinkers and doers. I like that one.
Okay.
You happy?
I have no opinions.
Did I do the changes you wanted? Like, did that match?
You said event, not invent, so that's fine.
I said invent the first time?
You did.
I said event the second time?
You did.
So you're happy now? Are you experiencing joy? Rapturous, glittery joy?
I'm experiencing...
Rapturous, glittery joy!
This thing should have been done 2 weeks ago.
Okay. Well, I'm the third person to do a voiceover on it, so we'll see if that nails it. With that sexy, wow, shit.
Yeah.
Wow. Shit. Wow.
What?
Shit.
What?
Viewer mail.
Oh.
Oh yeah! Oh fuck yeah! Do it!
Chris, you're on that side. Can you let me know when it's through? Take it.
When you're all the way through? Yeah. Yeah, sure. Deeper. Deeper. Harder. Oh my god, yes. Just the tip. Just the tip through and almost. Alright, you're through. Just barely through, but you're through.
Cool, I was running out of fluid then.
Oh, okay.
Why don't you shoulder gauge it out?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. Drill's hot as fucking balls right now.
That's damn sexy. Sure. Everybody needs a $100,000 drill press. Knock yourself out. Fuck yeah.
Probably need to build a drill press.
Today's Captain's Vlog was made possible by a grant from Madman Mark McGough.